iPad is a tablet computer that's designed and sold by Apple Incorporated. There are dozens of different types of tablets on the market nowadays, but the iPad stands apart because it is an Apple product and runs on Apple's iOS operating system. In April 3rd, 2010, the first iPad was released. Since then, other versions have been released, each with additional features such as a camera, retina display, improved processors, improved display, and more memory. It doesn't matter which version you have when taking this course, you'll be able to complete it successfully. This course is designed to teach you how to use the many features of the iPad for entertainment, surfing the internet, and for productivity. You can successfully complete this course even if you are still using a first generation. However, not all the features we discuss will apply to the earlier versions. Successful completion of this course will be determined by your ability to complete lesson exercises at the end of each of the 12 lessons. The lesson exercises are simple, multiple choice, and true-false questions that will comprise your course grade. Also, at the end of each lesson, you will find a lesson assignment. These are a simple way for you to practice what you've learned in this lesson. The most recent version of the iPad is the iPad Air, released in 2013. The iPad minis were released in 2012. All iPads, no matter what version, have the same look and feel. Your iPad may be a different color, but looks just like the one here. In relationship to button placement, the 4th generation iPad has an A6X processor with iOS 6 and comes in 16, 32, 64, and 128 gigabytes. Originally, iPads only offered up to 64 gigabytes. The latest version has faster processor speeds and more graphic power. The iPad exterior hasn't changed through several generations. Here is a picture of the iPad with different parts of the exterior labeled. On the back, top, and side is your audio jack, power button, and volume control. On the front is your camera and home button, and on the bottom is your AC charger. To turn on the iPad, simply press and hold the power button until you see it start on the screen. Simply pushing the button and then releasing will not turn on the iPad as it does with other devices. If your iPad is brand new, learning to set it up might be the hardest thing you ever have to do with it, and setting it up isn't hard either. Once you get your iPad out of its packaging, go ahead and turn it on. Apple will ask you to choose your language. If you're in the US, English will be your selected default. Next, choose your country. Next, you'll be asked to connect to a Wi-Fi hotspot. If you have Wi-Fi in your house or you're in a public place, you'll need the name of your Wi-Fi network and the password. If you don't have access to Wi-Fi, you'll have to use your computer to set it up. We'll show you how to do that later. For now, let's go through setting up your iPad without a computer. You will see a message that says your iPad is being activated. This can take a few minutes, so don't worry about it if it doesn't happen instantly. Once your iPad is activated, you'll see this screen. Tap your finger on Set up as a new iPad. Next, you'll be asked to create an Apple ID or to sign in with an existing one. You'll need your Apple ID to download apps. Now Apple will ask you to agree to its terms. Then to use iCloud and Find My iPad. This is used in case your iPad is lost or stolen. You can set up your iMessages and FaceTime and Siri, your personal assistant, at this time. You can also choose to get diagnostics sent to you or not. Finally, you'll see a screen that tells you your iPad is set up. In the last section, we showed you how to set up your iPad without a computer. However, if you don't have access to Wi-Fi, you'll need to use your computer and your iTunes account. This means if you don't have an iTunes installed on your computer, you'll need to do that. Go ahead and set up your iPad as shown before until you get to the Wi-Fi screen. Instead of connecting to a Wi-Fi network, you'll tap your finger on Connect to iTunes. At this point, you should have your iPad connected to your computer. To connect the iPad to your computer, plug one end of the cable that came with your iPad into the USB port on your computer. Plug the other end into your iPad. Follow the instructions shown to register your iPad. You can then sync the iPad with music, videos, and other types of content you have in your iTunes library. At any time, you can connect your computer to the iPad and pull content from iTunes directly onto your iPad, even if you didn't use the computer to set it up. In addition, you can back up your iPad apps and content by syncing it to your computer. You can sync applications, audio, bookmarks, books, contacts, calendars, just about anything that's on your iPad, you can sync with your computer. Once you connect your iPad to your computer and iTunes opens, you'll see your iPad listed on the left panel and an icon that lets you know it's syncing. iCloud is a cloud-based storage service that you can use to store data such as music and apps on remote computer servers or on the cloud, rather than using iTunes. This way, backing up your data is wireless and you don't need to connect to your computer and iTunes to do it. To set up iCloud, first make sure your iPad is running the latest version of iOS. If you're not sure, go to Settings, tap General, then tap Software Update to see if there's an update available. If there's an update available, download and install it. Now go to Settings and tap iCloud. If you want to use iCloud to back up your iPad data and settings, tap Storage and Backup. Switch the iCloud button from off to on. Keeping this on, you'll make sure that your iPad is being backed up wirelessly. Enter your Apple ID to confirm this change and hit OK. Then hit Backup Now.